Bhagavad Gita shows us the way. In Bharat, we have innumerable examples that resonate, that vibe with this message of excellence given by Bhagwan Shri Krishna. This is not just theory, it is available for us to achieve in our own lives. How? By putting into practice these wonderful words of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Recently, on a trip to London, one of my friends was telling me about an event they went for. It was called Puppy Yoga. And he asked me, "Om, you're from India. Is Puppy Yoga genuine?" And I had to stop for a moment and think, what is Puppy Yoga? When I realized that these people are doing yoga with little dogs playing around them. And it made me think, this great Vedic philosophy called yoga that talks of the relationship between us and the entire universe has been reduced to playing with dogs. This is yet another example of what happens when we let go of our culture, when we let go of the deep meanings of our Shastras and allow other cultures to define them for us. Well, that process stops today. And in today's video, we'll be going deep into the true meaning of yoga as explained by Bhagwan Shri Krishna. This entire channel exists to bring authentic and true messages from the Shastra to as wide an audience as possible. So if this is of interest to you, I suggest you subscribe to the channel now itself. This is a small step for you, but makes huge impact in our work of bringing these life-changing messages of the Bhagavad Gita. Now, yoga comes from the Sanskrit root yuj. Yuj means union. Union of what? Union of our individual identity. Us as one being with this almighty creation, with Bhagwan themselves. How do we unite? Well, in the Yoga Sutras, Maharishi Patanjali gives a precise Ashtanga, 8-limbed approach to achieve this great liberation. These steps are Yama, abstinence, or holding ourselves back from sense engagement. 2. Niyama, observance of specific spiritual practices. 3. Asana, the undertaking of physical movements to regulate energy in our body and bring ourselves to greater heights of meditation. 4. Pranayama, breath work that helps us regulate the flow of the life force within this being. 5. Pratyahara, withdrawal from our places of sensory enjoyment. 6. Dharana, concentration. 7. Dhyana, meditation. And finally, the highest, number 8, Samadhi, complete absorption into the divine. In fact, yoga isn't just a process. Yoga is one of the 6 schools of philosophy in the Vedas themselves. But if we don't want to undertake this specific and detailed process, then what is the benefit of yoga to us? Well, Bhagwan explains in the Bhagavad Gita, Yoga staf kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Perform action, O Arjuna, abandoning attachment, being steadfast in yoga and balanced in success and failure. Evenness of mind is called yoga. Now, whenever we do something great, we are haunted by one question. What will happen? And this anxiety because of the results of these actions is so intense that firstly, it stops us from doing our best, and oftentimes it can stop us from action altogether. And so Bhagwan gives us a very clear direction when he says how we should proceed. Firstly, to act without attachment, and secondly, to be balanced in success or failure. Bhagwan goes on to say evenness of mind is yoga. One wonderful example that illustrates this is my Guru Swami Chinmayananda. Swamiji studied in the 1940s and 1950s with the greatest of yogis in the Himalayas. Having gained initiation under Swami Shivananda, He then went to the highest heights of the Himalayas in Uttarkashi to study under Swami Tapovanam. There, Swami Chinmayananda had a mighty vision to come down from the lofty heights of the Himalayas and serve people in the cities and towns where they were. When he explained this vision to his Guru said, even if 5 people come to listen to you speak of the Shastras, be satisfied. And with his Guru's blessing, Swamiji came down from the Himalayas to the city of Pune. At Swamiji's first talk in 1951, there were 6 attendees, and Swamiji wrote with great joy to his Guru and said there was one more than expected. Being balanced in success or failure. What a great example. In fact, when Swamiji started his first Jnana Yajna, his first set of 100-day talks on Vedanta, he wrote in his diary, on my opening day, I had an audience of 18 to address. My heart jumped with joy. Evenness of mind, samatvam, is yoga. This is beautifully illustrated by Swamiji. And what is the result of this evenness of mind? The result was Swamiji was present to bring his mission forth with such dynamism and such impact that every time he spoke, more and more people came to listen. In fact, when he did his first series of talks in Mumbai in 1957, there were 100 people who came to listen. His second series of talks in 1958, 500 people came to listen. And his third series of talks in Mumbai, by 1959, 5,000 people came to listen. When we are able to bring this dynamism, our results are not linear, they are exponential. They are beyond our greatest imagination. Why? Because we are not spending our energy trying to imagine the results, but we are fully present in the moment to act. How is this evenness of mind achieved? Well, one simple and practical step is meditation. And I know that many people find meditation quite intimidating. And so, on this channel, we have created simple Nama Japa meditation based on the divine names of Bhagwan that can be completed in even 5 minutes. Please spend some time trying these meditations for yourself and see if you are able to manifest these divine words of Bhagwan in your own life. Building on this theme of excellence through Karma Yoga, Bhagwan goes on to say, Buddhi yukto jahatiha ubhe sukruta dushkrute tasmad yogaya yujyasva yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Endowed with the wisdom of evenness of mind, one casts off in this life both good deeds and evil deeds. Therefore, devote yourself to yoga. Skill in action is yoga. Skill in action is yoga. In Bharat, we have innumerable such examples that resonate, that vibe with this message of excellence given by Bhagwan Shri Krishna. One such example is the 1,200-year-old Kailasa Temple that is located in Ellora in Maharashtra. In 700 AD, the Rashtrakuta king of that region, Krishna Raja, fell ill, and his wife prayed to Bhagwan Shiva for the king's life and said that I will not end this fast until I see the pinnacle of a temple. Implying, of course, that her fast would go on forever. In due course, the king recovered, but the queen's fast could not stop. And so they consulted with architects all over the kingdom and beyond, who all said it's impossible to build a temple so quickly, until one architect by the name of Kokasa said, I will do it. And he found a site that was hard granite rock, and he started carving from the top, such that the first thing to be carved was the pinnacle of the temple. And when the queen saw the pinnacle of the temple, she was able to end her fast. That temple then proceeded to be developed not just for 1, not just for 2, not just for 3, but for the next 4 generations of artisans into the beautiful temple that we see today. And even though the temple was ruined by invaders hundreds of years later, in those ruins we see the beauty of those artisans. Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. This message of Bhagwan Shri Krishna resonates across the centuries. If you see the carvings of this temple, you will see that there are sculptures where even the veins of the hands of various dancers, various deities are visible. And the only way to have achieved that level of precision was for the artisans to have matched their breathing with the hammer that they were hammering into the stone. So they would take half a breath, and as they exhaled, they would make one strike to achieve this level of artistic excellence. This level of excellence is not just theory, it is available for us to achieve in our own lives. How? By putting into practice these wonderful words of Bhagwan Shri Krishna. This greatness is ours to have, and Bhagavad Gita shows us the way. So if you found this video useful, go back, watch it again, absorb the deeper meaning, reflect on Bhagwan's words, and once you have done that, share it with others who may also benefit. It's my great blessing to bring these words of Bhagwan to you in the form of these videos. And I promise you, with Bhagwan's blessings, we will keep bringing these videos to you. My name is Om Dhumatkar. Thank you once again for joining us in yet another video on the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita. And I will see you again very, very, very soon. Namaste.